And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
The Cowboys lost to the Rams. Black Lou. That's what happened. It is The Bonfire. That's called a cold open. It is The Bonfire. Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. I'm Big J. Oakerson. That man is Dan Soder. I missed him so much this week.
Yeah, we've been off for a week, and you just walked into work after a vacation, and you're like, hey, fuck you, Lou, like to one of your coworkers. You just walked in, you're like, suck it up.
That's NFC East, man.
Yeah, well, good for you, because the Niners are 0-4.
That's just, and it's it.
Best 0-4 team in football, baby!
That said,
I truly believe that, though. I think the defense is great.
Sure.
And Brian Hoyer shouldn't be.
But that is a shallow victory. Not a shallow victory, but it's like it's a minor victory for what you hope when the football season starts. Like you're mathematically almost out of the playoffs.
I never thought that. I said it from the beginning. I think they're going to go 6-10. Yeah. I think they can still maybe do that.
Yeah, it's possible.
I still think they can maybe do that.
You're going to get. You love their defense. They have
love
no offense.
the defense. Love the defense. Just think they need a good quarterback, and I think that's a playoff team.
Black Lou, what do you love about your shitty team?
Cowboys. They were in the lead most of the game.
They were. I didn't even see how it actually went down. Quite honestly,
it sucked. No defense means no chance of keeping up. If you have a run game and that's all you do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It sucked.
It was bad.
It was awful to watch.
Is it hard?
Now you're losing confidence in the team for the year?
Oh, yeah, we're not making the playoffs.
When you
think
look
so, really?
You don't think you're making the playoffs?
It'll be between the Redskins and the Eagles, 100%. Yeah.
I think I worry about the Eagles' days being numbered because
that might. Well, no, you guys are playing well, but I'm wondering if Lou, are you concerned that Dak Prescott looks like a Florida rapper? That's a big problem. I don't know if I mean, Brian Hoyer looks like an Enterprise employee.
So doesn't Ezekiel Elliott look like a Florida rapper?
He looks like an Ewok.
Yeah.
See an Ewok? He looks exactly like an Ewok.
Yeah, that little puckered up nose.
He rocks the shit out of him. That's how they have a party if they win the East. Oh, man.
We got to watch show Ezekiel Elliott celebrating and play the Ewok song.
Can you play the Ewok song in Ezekiel Elliott? I know we're not exactly close on it, but he wears the shit out of a mini shirt, though.
He does.
Yeah, that's like some late '80s, early '90s cutoff shirt stuff.
What do you mean? Like he wears like half top?
Yeah,
he goes half top
under his pad. You don't know that?
No, I didn't know he goes half.
You didn't know Ezekiel? He rocks the half top like it's a.
That is throwback.
Like it's a Bud Light commercial from '92.
That's throwback.
Yeah,
that is that's ab confidence, man.
Way crazy ab confidence. Oh, here. Yup, no. Yup, no.
Canoop Doc Fling,
please, someone cut this together. Ezekiel Elliott celebrating with the fucking Ewok.
We can hear it. We can hear this while we watch Ezekiel Elliott dance.
Ezekiel Elliott at the 30, the 20. Yup, nub. He's going all the way.
Yup, no. Yeah, wow.
Oh yeah, we're going all the way through with this song. Waiting to get a clip of Ezekiel Elliott scoring. So Lou, you're a diehard Cowboys fan, and you agree he looks like you're the one that said he looked like an Ewok.
He definitely does look like an Ewok. 100% looks like an Ewok.
Look, you can be critical of your players' looks all day. I mean, Carson Wentz, I wish to God my hopes and happiness weren't staked onto a blotchy ginger.
Bring
it
up
upsets
Carson
me every time I see him with that helmet off.
Christine, bring up Carson Wentz, because he is real middle American white.
Yeah, he is not cool looking at all.
Yeah, you can get a cool looking white dude like Tom Brady.
But now he puts the helmet on. He's cool looking again because he's got the sleeve. He does.
Look at that Midas employee. So
can I help you?
I got your brake pads on. It's going to be another hour.
Looks like there's some sort of
Welcome off the border to Louisiana.
Yeah. He really does have mall waiter face.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking
he is,
great.
So when that helmet, but I like the sleeve.
Oh, he looks cool as shit. He's got a gun.
He's in great shape. Yeah, and like, you know, he's a badass.
Go bring up Brian Hoyer just to see what kind of this is what the Niners are dealing with. At the Bonfire SXM on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all the things that I'm quitting in the next week.
In this game of handsomest quarterback, black.
Look at that.
Black.
Oh, what a guidance counselor at a black high school.
Black Blue's going to win this fight. Dak Prescott's awesome looking.
Yeah, Dak Prescott really is the coolest looking.
He looks awesome with his helmet off. He looks awesome with his helmet on. He's got the visor on the helmet,
but
too.
we all agree he does look like a Florida rapper.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely.
You got Dak? Look at him. With the chest tattoos?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, Jacksonville's own. Oh, whoa, you put a grill on him?
Yeah, he's awesome looking.
Yeah, you got the coolest.
That's how you hope your quarterback looks.
Yeah, and especially if you're in cash money.
That's how you hope your quarterback. Na.
Cash money, homie.
You're going to quit all social media.
I'm thinking about it, man.
That's the threat.
It's not a threat as much as it is just I think I can do other shit with my time. Like, I was laying on the couch watching the Niners game, and then it's just like, end of a play, look at Twitter. End of a play, look at Instagram.
Oh, really? Okay,
yeah.
So if it's consuming you like that, I wouldn't. But it doesn't consume me like that, honestly. I really don't. You're nodding your head, Christine. You have different thoughts on that.
You check it a lot. I think you oddly check it because you read notifications.
I swear to you, I don't even get notifications on it. I have
That's
no notifications on Twitter. I've never had that on any of my social media.
I took mine off.
No notifications.
And that's
but no, what she's talking about, what I do is like, it's like checking like the stove.
Yeah.
Before you go to, like if it's a long commercial, I'm just like something to kill time during a commercial.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying.
I know, but I don't engage in it at all.
Oh, I don't engage in it at all.
Like, is there anyone say anything about me?
No, but that's exactly.
And anyone direct message or something like that.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, but I'm not like. But I am.
I don't engage with it at all. Like I do sometimes.
I'm not saying in a bad way. I'm saying you engage in social. For me, like I want to just throw down my hat and go with you and be like, yeah, fuck this. Like we're off social media, but I'm not really on. Like I'm not on it very well, which is like
no, but that's great.
Maybe it is great. People can say that it's wrong, but I don't want to have people.
I just know I know a couple comics that have turned over their Instagram and Twitter handles to promotional things that like can promote the live shows and promote like this or Billions or whatever I need to promote, and it's like fuck it, why not do that? I'm already off Facebook, which is great. You just
deleted your profile.
I haven't deleted it. I just don't go on it. I'm honestly at this point I've forgotten the password.
But that's what any of those things are. You just stop doing it.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But I think Twitter and Instagram are important for people. Like it's the one thing I can do if I can just pay someone to do promotional shit a month. Nate started doing it. I'm gonna like.
What does that set you back? You think? Roughly?
I don't know, and that's the whole thing I got to look into because if it doesn't, I'm gonna be right on that Hootsuite.
Same thing when someone talks about getting a personal assistant ever. They're always like,
yeah,
I know, but some people are just like. In my mind, I'm like, you have to be a bajillionaire to have a personal. And then you hear it's like personal assistant, like some of them make like $200 a week or something.
Yeah, how do these people
eat? Oh, really?
Do they eat your food?
Is that evil?
Do you have to feed them like a mogwai? Like, don't feed your assistant too much, or they get big and reproduce. But I just really feel like, I just want to like walk around. Like, I'll still read the news. I have the AP News app. I have different shit that I can like get stuff that I need.
I do enjoy. That's one of the things about the cruise ship things, the shipwrecks and whatnot.
No phone.
That your phone's just dead, so you don't even like. Think about it. But I'll tell you what. But then almost like I said, like so you say social media. You're saying I check social media a lot, but like more than social media, like I pick it up and start playing like a puzzle game.
But see, I don't have any. I've never gotten into games on my phone.
Ever. That's mostly what I'm doing on my phone.
And I've seen you do that, but I'm saying like that's not my thing. I don't have to worry about that. For some reason, games on my phone never
took off. Let my brain rest. I don't know why. It's weird.
Yeah, I know, but
maybe I'll go into a weird psychosis if I don't do that or something.
When we were all together in
occupied.
When we were all together at Bonnaroo in 2015, right before that is when Ari was like, I'm going to get off a smartphone. I'm going to give up my smartphone. And I'm like, yeah, man, that's the way to go. And we talked so much shit, and then he did it. And he stayed committed. And I was like, what's it like? He's like, at first it was a little like panicky. You're like, but I still have a phone. I can call people and text people. He's like, and then I check my email when I get home, and my manager knows if something's important enough to call me. And you're like, oh. He's like, you just got to get over that first, like I'm not connected to everybody.
I'm not that connected with social media either.
Listen, I rarely engage. I check Instagram. But I was telling Black Lou.
I never check. I'll post something on Instagram every now and again when I have something to post. I was doing stuff from the game.
I saw the Eagles stuff.
I was doing stuff from
which
the
we'll
game,
get to in a second.
which was amazing, yeah. But I posted those 3 things, but like I never think to do it ever. So it's like I don't check Instagram ever. The only thing I ever open up, actually, where Christine says I check everything.
I mean, if we're being completely honest,
I only open Twitter. Ever.
And see, I go on Instagram more than Twitter because Instagram, you go look at hot girls, like Sierra Sky, until they block you because we were being mean, because we were being dicks. But I'm saying,
gosh.
But it is like, for some reason, Instagram's like a thing where I check and I'm like, then I'm looking at Insta stories. And then I was telling Lou, too, you start resenting your friends for them leaving their house on a Sunday when you don't. And you're like, oh, y'all are better than me because y'all are eating fucking lunch, It's like this weird thing where you're like, what am I doing? What the fuck am I doing with my life?
So we have different things. I spend time looking up things. I found out this week, if you Google world's greatest ass, the 4th picture, randomly, Sierra Sky.
Do it.
Isn't that crazy?
That is pretty crazy. I mean, to get in the top 5.
World's greatest ass. And she came into our life so randomly.
Well, now she's out of it. So it's in.
No, I know, but she came in so randomly through like Shane Gillis telling you about it, which you brought up to me.
Oh, Jen Selter is up there?
No, is it world's best ass, maybe? I looked up something.
Jen Selter is that fake? Is her butt fake, Lou, too?
Did they ever find out?
Not at all?
Not at all.
You said it with confidence. Yeah.
Selter? No.
That's all.
She does so many of those squat videos. She does squats. She does 1,000 squats a day.
She's an Instagram
Not that I
person
researched
too, right?
her.
Dude, how... We were talking about... By the way, can you bring up the video of Instagram boyfriends taking pictures? We never got to look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know how exhausting it would be to date when just Lou, when you just said that, when you were like, she does 1,000 squats a day. You're like, if you were her boyfriend and she's all, yeah, no, I know we have to, and you're like, okay, yeah, I know. Work that butt out. It's just a tough thing to be a part of.
Captain D has come to so many of our live shows, and he loves you so much. I feel it's fair to let him make his plea here to you.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Captain D, you there, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Good day, gentlemen.
What's up, my friend? How you doing? You doing okay in Houston down there?
Man, still doing pretty bad, but not as bad as a whole lot of people lately, so I can't really
our thoughts and prayers are out to everyone in Las Vegas who was affected by that fucking terrible shit.
Over 60 people now, man. Crazy.
It's just fucking
bunch of shitty stuff coming up right now.
Yeah, and it's real hard. Yeah, all the people
and Dan can't deal with it, so he can't go on social media here.
No, I just
he doesn't want to help people.
I'm trying to better myself, and Jay wants to shit on me for it.
Well, look, I get few joys out of life lately, guys, and one of those joys, a big one, is laughing at some of the tweets you guys send out. So please, God, for me, don't do that.
But I don't tweet funny shit, Captain D. I've never been funny on Twitter. I've tried, and I have failed.
You're very funny, dude.
I am a counterpuncher exclusively.
Yeah, funny counterpunches.
Exactly.
Captain D, there's still the internet, baby. I'm not giving it up. What about an email? Me and you can be pen pals.
Hey, buddy, I'll take you up on that.
But just like that. But then, Captain D, he'll lose touch after a while. He'll get busy. He'll say sorry. He'll mean it at first. I think we should do something more tangible. If you're a female camper out there and you're buoyant, swim over to Captain D and give him a hand job at least. Help him out. He's been in some rough times.
I'll definitely take it. Thank you guys so much,
Captain D. Well, I'm talking a lot of bull right now, but we'll see if I stick to it.
He's not even going to stick. Dan came in so declarative, and Captain D that fast. You've already talked him into probably. He goes, I'll do it. I'm just going to do it like in the mornings only.
Call me John Kerry. I'm a flip flopper. Did you vote for that war? I did. Did you? No.
I will argue that you maybe have to figure something out from it, because like I check Twitter when I get in a cab after the show. Always, I just go and look. And I don't even. By the way, I don't read them all right away. I see how many. I almost judge by how many responses there are. I'm like, oh, he had a good people responded to the show.
I just look in your eyes to know if he had a good show or not.
No, and I look, and then through the course of the night and stuff, I kind of go through what I can and respond or favorite or whatever I can. I don't do the Instagram at all, but I mean, during the show, you've said, it was never me complaining or getting angry at you, but you've said, you have to put your phone away because,
I said I have to put my own phone away.
You have to put your phone away because, you might not, I have mine out, but I simply for time. I look at time and stuff like that.
I don't know what it is, man. It's I don't know if it's my alcoholic brain or how it works, but I'm just like one thing. I'm like, well, I want it 1,000 times, and then I get it, and then I'm like,
I don't want any of this. It's ruining my life.
and then
You don't engage at all. You're a stalker. Like, will you go into wormholes of just like looking through? Yeah, like
oh my God,
and every Twitter, Facebook. Like I've gone into
Twitter, not Twitter or Facebook. I don't.
Well, Twitter you can't. Really.
I'm a raging narcissist. I don't give a shit what anybody else is doing. That's why I don't get stuck in those wormholes. You're absolutely right. I don't. I find out everything third hand from unless when I turn Twitter on, whatever's on that first page of other people's interesting things going on. Then I click the thing that tells me just right to mine, like my answer, the things that have me involved, and I read those direct messages, and then I'm out.
See,
I have no idea. Like
I go in the magnifying glass on Twitter, and then I read through all of those. Then I go to Instagram, and then I just go in a wormhole. I'm just like, what's this person doing? Who's that person? Huh?
Wow.
Hip.
Who the hell are they?
I have no.
Yep.
That's all.
What are they doing? That's so fun.
And I'll tell you this: I put the phone down. Watch a 49er incomplete pass from Brian Hoyer to Pierre Garçon. Pick the phone up. What's one of the ex-girlfriends doing? Wormhole.
Really?
It gets dark,
I don't get
Jason.
like that, dude. I can't. I'm having too much time on the commercials of football, preparing to come back to score more points because my team is winners this year.
I don't like that you took that big of a pause for that.
Are winners.
You are winners, and good for you.
Are currently winners.
2-2.
You're not a winner at grammar.
Witsky coming in with the chop. Let's talk about
I was trying to say it while giving eye motions to Lou to play.
All I do is...
Dude, it's one of the things I've missed most in the world.
I started singing it. There were some fans up in Winnipeg, and and I sang it, and I was like, oh, they get it. It's just weird. By the way, incredible turnout in Winnipeg at Rumors with campers.
I felt the same way. I was at Rhode Island.
You got to get up. You got to get up to Winnipeg. It's such a fun club, and it was great. All the campers that came out. This drunk birthday party ruined the Late Show Saturday. Just 10 people, and the manager Tyler's unbelievable. And he was like, "When do I kick them out? Should I kick them out now?" They were so drunk, and you've probably had this in a crowd. They're so drunk they don't know they're causing a problem. So when you go to talk to them, there's legitimately they're like, "What?"
Like, we love you. Like,
we love you. But these two women just kept talking, and it just kind of made.
It always is.
Yeah, and it made the room kind of like a stroke victim, where like the left side was unbelievable, and then the right side was like trying to fight through it, and you're like, come on. When
the crowd hates me, you got to do something.
But Jason Hoffman always says he likes seeing comics go through shows like that. Like, our buddy Jason and Ronnie.
Yappers. I know.
Because they like watching how we react to it. Like, how are we, like, if you're a comedy fan, you want to see us have the tough ones. And I'm like, I don't ever want you guys to see us have the tough ones. Because then you're like, shut the fuck up,
I think Jason came a couple nights when I was in Minneapolis. I think he saw at least one, crowd that was just kind of like...
Where they don't go with you.
Yapping.
And it's like, and you're like, all right, what's up?
I guess my choice is I can do it with them the whole show.
Yeah.
Or you got to sort of let it go.
So you got to let it go, and that was the part that I had in Winnipeg, where they were talking. I went in, and I was like, hey, guys, it's either this or I kick you out. So, you got to shut up. And they're like, all right. And then, like, the guy whose birthday it was right in the front row. He was locked in, but it was the people around him just hammered.
Oh, thank God. I think if the birthday person is a girl, it's never... You can't do this on my birthday.
I have jurisdiction.
They come in the same way.
Women's belief in their birthday, man, is unreal.
Women on their birthday and comedy clubs come in the same way FBI do in the crime shows. We're like,
this is my comedy club now. I've taken over jurisdiction.
They commandeer everything they do.
I need to know who's on stage. It's about me. This is about me. I don't know. Why am I in trouble for talking? It's about me.
I want to do karaoke next. No, because it's not his birthday. It's my birthday.
I destroyed my mom's pussy on this day.
I have a question. Is it your fucking birthday?
Oh!
No, it's my fucking birthday.
They're like a gang in the Warriors, the birthday girls.
No one messes with the birthday girls.
It's always all of their birthday month.
Yeah, it's all their birthday month, and they all have running mascara and crying like someone had to walk them out of a bathroom.
Their weapons are high heels they're holding. They're barefoot.
Yeah.
It's my special day.
They can't throw kicks because they're wearing the most uncomfortable dress and a way too flashy jacket, and they have a satch, and they're wearing a crown.
Listen, young blood, stay away from they tops. They got them high heels, cut you right open. You see the birthday girls, you walk the other way. They will split you asshole to pee hole. You know they coming, because they yell it.
It's my birthday!
Get down.
You can't hit me, it's my birthday!
I'm a princess!
Here's the thing. They ain't princesses. Ain't no jurisdiction. Ain't no monarchy to no birthday.
We were just laughing!
I was talking about how I liked it!
Why are you kicking us out? I was just telling him that I think it's funny!
All right, we got to take our first break. We'll be right back. It's the Bonfire.
Shit.
And now, back to the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Get up, you son of a bitch! This Mickey loves you.
That's right, Tom Petty. Cling to life.
To quote Hulk Hogan, kick out of this one, brother.
Time to kick out, brother.
Tom Petty, in critical condition. Is that what you call it? ICU? What do you call it when you have a heart attack and you're on the ropes? Clinging to life is what Variety calls it.
To life. Life support. Florida-bred quintet, the Heartbreakers, is one of the defining arena rock acts of the 70s.
So they said police responded 10:50 p.m. last night. He's transferred to UCLA Santa Monica Medical Center, where he's on life support. So he's on life support.
So it doesn't
God,
look
I
good.
fucking love Tom Petty. He's great. He was great in the Defiant Ones.
I thought you were going to say the Traveling Wilburys.
Yeah, that too. Traveling Wilburys. All the stuff he's done.
Stephanie Falcone bullying me on Twitter.
See, man, that's why I want to leave social media. You're just getting bullied, dude.
And so it is. I'm getting bullied.
Constant bully.
Now I don't like the fact that she's going to... I hope she understands that the reason this is in my hands right now is because we said today we were going to do this on the air. Stephanie Falcone gave me in Providence a present for us, and these are so cool. She found them online. It's a Friends Forever pins, but look...
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Falcone.
It's the Coreys.
What?
Fell Dog and Hamster, and
it says Friends Forever, and it's them from the Lost Boys.
Now we figure this:
who's dying first?
No.
Oh, no,
that's not so much the answer. I was going to say, who do I wear the Hamster because? No. It's do I wear the Hamster because that represents you? Like, you look more Corey Haim.
Okay.
And if we had to do this, if we had to play the roles here.
Yeah. I would take Hamster.
If we were getting cast, I'd have to do a major weight loss challenge and
for Felldog.
Corey Felldog.
Yeah, and I would just have to have back of head surgery where they'd have to shave off part of my dome in order for me to play Corey
You have to
Haim.
get back ahead, but we could just if we cut a small incision right here in your face and just throw a vacuum in there and suck everything out, we could probably make you like Corey Haim pretty good. Okay. By the end there, he was emaciated, gross looking.
Well, I said you're most likely to die of a drug addiction, and Jay's most likely to have a compound for runaways.
Yeah, perfect. I think we solved it.
That's true.
Stephanie Falcone, thank you very much.
I'm going to put we'll wear them on our book bags so they're never off anything.
Or you could just, and we can get a 222 patch.
But I will. You should put it on your book bag. Make it a book bag pin.
Book bag pin?
You're not going to do it, are you?
A book bag pin? I treat my backpack. I throw my shit around. I want that pen to stay pristine. Yeah, it'll fall off.
What the hell do you do with your book bag?
Throw it around.
You just kick it in the air. You walk home like a latchkey kid. Just I do. Booting your fucking book bag down the road. I do it. Who cares? I'm going home to an empty house anyway. I'm doing it. Make myself steakums.
I do it at the beginning of Ace Ventura where he's kicking the box. You were in L.A. Great job on Conan.
Thank you, man.
Great job on Conan.
Thank all you guys. I'm going to say that.
I walked in
everyone who watched and people who were there. By the way, when they said a Bonfire and Legion of Skanks,
I heard that.
Like both people. But when I came out on stage, people yelled out "crackle, crackle" in the audience of Conan. And it was crazy. It was good. I would say it was good, not great. I'd love to do it again. He invited me back, like off camera and on camera.
Isn't it crazy?
So I'd love to go back though, and I feel like next time I'd be like comfortable enough to I was walking into a radio show or something. Yeah. I've just never done it before. And
isn't it?
It was daunting, but when I was out, he's great, man. I had a great time with him.
Isn't it crazy how much makeup he wears?
He wears a lot of makeup.
You don't know that because I grew up watching Conan on TV, and then you get close and you're like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
But what a cool guy! What a fucking nice,
super cool guy. I had a good time. I had a good time with him off mic on the set, like when we were waiting for the band and all that stuff. It was
my second
fun
set.
Stories.
The second time I did Conan, I didn't really necessarily have as good a set as I did the first time. And I kind of knew that, and I think he could tell that I was like upset with how the set went. And he was like, and he like called me over, and he was like sitting there and like, and cut. And he leans over and goes, this crowd fucking sucked. And I was like, yeah? And he goes, yeah, I could tell during the monologue, but good set, man. I'm like, yeah, thanks, Conan. And it's just like one of those weird things where you're like, does he think I suck? Did the crowd actually suck? I don't know, but he's such a nice, everyone that works there.
He was telling me, he was like shitting on like comics who have come in and like, had that attitude of kind of like, you guys just don't get it. He's like, no. He's like, no.
That's really funny. That's really funny. Oh, you guys just don't get my art. You don't get what I do.
You guys don't read the paper, I guess.
Yeah. But you were in L.A. that whole week. You guys did live Legion of Skanks at the Comedy Store.
Amazing.
I heard that was incredible. Live show.
So much fun stuff.
Unbelievable lineup in L.A.
Had a lot of crazy situations arise in LA. Just
some travels from your trials and tribulations.
Odd shit, man. Friday night. This is, and I'll tell you what. We stay with Michelle.
Yeah,
who's Michelle very well. My friend Michelle and
great,
and Brett, her husband.
Mm-hmm.
We stay with them
and their cat. Their lovely cat.
Their son.
I've met the son once.
Yeah, but they're lovely people. But he said, Brett, the guy we stay with, actually acknowledged, he goes, man, you really encounter a lot of, it made Christine have to actually say, maybe I'm not a hothead, because I'm certainly never looking for confrontation. You know that about me for sure. But I'm not a hothead as much as I'm presented with a lot of shitty things that come out for no reason. It's very bizarre.
I think it's the hair.
I don't know.
Do you think
we've had a lot of conversation trying to figure out, maybe I do look like a jerk off. I don't know.
Honestly was like, are people approaching you condescending? I mean, it really is one thing after another. I don't know. I don't get it.
I like that as your girlfriend, Christine asks you questions like a guidance counselor. She's like, how are people approaching you? Is it aggressive?
Well, we got stone sober Christine now too, who's like very aware of No. But I mean, like,
good for you. I was worried for a second. I don't know if everyone jumped on board with Bert.
No, but I'm saying, like, she's there and aware of, like, especially the, like, nighttime interactions of people who are just like, what is the problem here? I had this is in one thing to another. En route to I did a podcast before I did a spot. I was booked for a spot at the Laugh Factory. Excited for that. I haven't been there in a while.
The very brightly lit Laugh Factory.
Very brightly lit, yes. But
some neon
my
comedy.
First club I ever played out there, though. So I was like, oh, that's me. Yeah, I'll go back to the Laugh Factory. That'd be cool.
I've always had a great time there, and then just never been back.
Well, yeah, I don't know if I'm going back or what the fuck. I don't know. So, and you're
comedy gossip.
Oh yeah, this is great.
Oh, girl, Jacob, pull up a seat. I know you're trying to dress like Dave Smith these days.
No, so en route to go to a podcast.
Yeah.
The podcast sent an Uber for me.
Yeah.
And the girl who sent the Uber, name was Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy goes to me, he goes, are you Sarah? I'm like,
yes.
No. I was like, no, I'm Jay. This is Christine. I go, we're going to, and Brett came with us. I go, we're going to Sarah. I think Sarah's who sent the car. And he's like, he goes, need to talk to Sarah. I go, no, I go, this is like the thing, like she sent the car. Like, where you're taking us to Sarah. So,
all right, well, hold on real quick.
I'm not pulling a scam on you. I'm just like.
Can I immediately tell you where my mind goes?
Mm-hmm.
Just say yes. Should have just gone, yeah, that's Sarah. Just point to Christine and go, that's Sarah.
Just sure, but I know for a fact this isn't an issue.
Yeah.
Whether it's Sarah or not, like, they take you to where.
He goes, I want to know about Sarah. I'm not asking if you're her. Who is this Sarah?
I wish it was that gentle. He's like,
oh no, I guarantee it's not.
He's like, he goes, is the rules I have to talk to? I go, no, but you can talk to Sarah if you want when we get there. Like, just can you drive the car?
All right, what is she into?
I swear to
tell me on the drive.
But it goes so much from like, me being like, oh no, thank you, but I go, that's where we're going though. Mm-hmm. It's a show I'm doing. You're taking me to her. That's what she sent a car for me. He's like, I don't know. Why would I go? Well, that's a thing. Uber people send the car, so you're taking me to.
I go, come on. Well, you ain't got no Tuesday Night Strange and send it back to the Bronx. What are you doing?
It's all that. So I'm like, what? And so he calls Sarah on speakerphone, and you hear, hey, you've reached Sarah, and I go. I just go.
I definitely didn't order an Uber.
He goes.
I need a hero.
He goes. I don't know. I go goodbye, dude. Like, and I just got.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck, man? And, like, it was just weird interaction for no reason.
How did he want you to prove Sarah was?
I have no fucking clue.
Yeah,
I've never heard of this. We've sent
because you should have
on podcasts. We've sent Ubers for people a zillion times. I've never had this issue.
Yeah, she just had Christine gone around the corner and called her phone and like, "This is Sarah. Sarah." And then he said, Christine.
Sarah.
And she's like, yeah. And then she gets in and laughs again.
Yeah,
Goes,
take them.
Yeah.
Take them wherever they want to go.
And then gets in the cab. And then gets in the cab. He's like, I know that laugh. You have Sarah's laugh. How are you Sarah's laugh and you're not Sarah?
I want Dwayne here from Minneapolis to hang on the line. I want him to hang on the line because he says he has some thoughts on why people confront. Because I'll tell you what, I don't want any parts of it. I don't like being in awkward or conflict situations. So
are you giving us the Elephant Man speech? We're like, leave me alone. I'm a man.
Maybe. Because I said, the story I even told on Conan was a situation of this, too.
I mean, we talked about it hours after it happened.
This is a similar thing.
Yeah.
We go, I get to the Laugh Factory.
Yeah, boom. Podcast. It's Hollywood, Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah.
Big J's on a cloud 9 after just ripping it. Sorry, I'm LAing this story.
I hate disclaimering so much, but I want you to understand. I'm not walking into the Laugh Factory or any comedy club like. You should know who I am, especially under the door people. You should know who Jay Oakerson. I have nothing like that. I absolutely think I might have to explain to the door guy that I'm a comedian who is on the show tonight. I'm very prepared for that.
Most comics are great about that, whether it be LA comics in New York or New York comics in LA. I've seen most of the time people will be like, hey man, I'm so-and-so. Even if they're a bigger act, they to the club manager like, hi, I'm so-and-so, I'm here to be on the show. Comics are usually pretty decent about that.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. You get it.
I'm just backing you up on the fact that you're not.
I haven't been in there in 2-3 years.
Yeah, if I don't,
so I'm like,
when I'm in LA, I don't go to the Comedy Store unless Ari's there to hold my hand like a big fucking baby because I don't know anybody. I'm like, Ari, can we go outside?
You have to start hanging out at the Comedy Store.
Yeah, I know.
And you have to start hanging out there. That's like that's the place to do it.
Okay. I'm out there.
It's a great scene. No, and the improv. Okay. The improv's fantastic.
No, improv I'm comfortable at. So if Annie Letterman's there to hold my hand. So you go to the Laugh Factory.
I go to the guy up front. What I've already found out, or I found out later, was Becky, who was an intern for Legion of Skanks.
Yeah,
was out there with us.
Great.
She got there before me.
Okay.
And just asked if that was the show that I'm on, and the guy goes, I don't know him. And there's a piece of paper in front of him and a sign.
Great.
She goes, no, it's the guy who's right down there. He's like, I don't know him. And like that's he just kind of just sent her off on her way like that.
Yeah. Shoo! Get out of here.
Yeah. So I didn't know this at all. I come around the corner with Christine and Brett. We went to Starbucks before we went there. I go to the guy. I go, hi, sir. Again, another like, hey, sir, how are you? I go, I'm Jay Oakerson. I don't do Big Jay Oakerson. I think it sounds pretentious before you look.
Some huge deal, Big Jay Oakerson.
I think it sounds pretentious. I just go, hey, I'm Jay Oakerson. I go, I'm a comedian. I'm performing on the show tonight. He goes, oh, yeah? When? It's a black dude in like a suit. Mm-hmm. I go, so I look at the piece of paper because I go, almost because he's so like, he almost made me think I'm like, maybe I'm not there. So
yeah.
I look at the thing and I go, oh, yeah, right there, 9:15. He goes, yeah. He goes, these your guests? About Christine and Brett. I go, yeah. I go, oh yeah. I go, they're with me. He goes, they can't go in with those, like the coffees.
Yeah.
And Brett goes, oh, we'll toss them. And I even said to him, I go, no, you guys don't have to toss them. I go, we'll actually probably wait outside ultimately, stay out of the way. I go, I just want to let the host or whoever know I'm here.
Yeah.
And he goes, you can't do that. I go, what? I go, why? He goes, you think you could just walk through that door and then talk to the host of the show? And I went, hey man, you have a great fucking night, man. And I split. I left. I didn't even call the club or nothing. I was like, bye. Good. I fucked. I go, what are you not? I called my agent and manager and told them both to talk to the booker or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck is that's insane?
Funny you say that. Really
what an insane way to treat. I'm like,
it's funny you say that.
And I always said why I get irate. The confrontation I end up being in, based off of me going, sir, mister, please, I don't mean any. Can I not to be a ball? I'll be over here out of your way, and I'm just going like, fuck you, pussy bitch. Yeah, you're like, why are you spitting in my face when I'm just trying to fucking be polite and cordial?
I've had a similar situation at Laugh Factory.
Really?
Both times when I was with my former agent, who's at your agency or whatever, there was like, hey, when I went to LA, he's like, I'm gonna get you up at the Laugh Factory. Did a guest set, went fine, but the entire time it was very much like, all right, you can sit here you can go get a drink over there. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then Neil Brennan was there. So I was just like, what's up, Neil? So I was just standing in the back talking to Neil. And then the manager came up. She's like, oh, I was looking like where you're at. I'm like, yeah, I'm a comic. Like, I know how to fucking walk around a comedy club. I'm not being a dickhead in any way. But it really was like, and then the second time I had a problem with the door guy where he's like, you're on the show? All right, well, just go sit in the back. And you're like, yeah, don't fucking
remember to go sit. Like, I'm not a bullpen, you fucking twat.
Yeah, but I think in LA with that energy of everyone just so fucking
everyone
hungry,
clamoring for 3 clubs.
Yeah, desperately being like, put me up. You're like, hey, fuckface, I don't.
I let it go.
I'm above this, but like, don't. I just didn't have a good.
I'm not above working at the Laugh Factory,
by the way,
even a little bit, but I just go in my head. I'm like, I won't work there until something about that is like corrected or to me in some way.
I think that's what it is. I think where they're at, they're guardians of that gate in LA where there's just a lot of people. Yeah, but I'm saying like that's what's going to happen. You're going to end up turning away guys like you who are just coming by to do a guest set.
So stupid too.
That would have had a good time.
It was a booked spot. I was booked to close the show.
That's crazy.
It's fucking
crazy
insane.
thing is he was on the lineup pointing to his name, going like, "Oh no, I'm Jay." Like I'm in, and he was just.
No, that's different than when because I was only doing guest sets, and they were
so
like
polite. I was just polite.
This guy was really rude. I was like, "Are you trying to big dog the comics who you're like checking IDs for?" It was insane.
No disrespect at all to whoever was hosting the show that night. I have no idea who it was.
Yeah.
In fact, like I think 3 of 5 other people on the show, I have no idea who they were.
But that's the thing.
I know Miles Jabroni. I know Adam Ray. Those 2 guys were there. And the host I know. So that's what kind of got when he said the thing. He goes, you think you're going to walk through that door and talk to... He was saying like, it was like, oh, Will Ferrell is hosting the show. You think he's going to walk up to Will Ferrell?
Yeah. Like you walk
And by the way, even like, yes, I would walk up to Will Ferrell if he's hosting the show and say, hey, I'm Jay, and I'm here on time. If you need me, if you don't worry that I'm not here.
You're going to go into your job. Checking with the guy that you need to check in with? And you think I'm going to allow you to do that? You must be crazy, man.
You must be out your goddamn mind.
With half blue hair. Look at yourself in the mirror.
I told, that
but you know what's funny is
Adam, who runs the comedy store, who you'll meet if you haven't met yet, and you definitely got to work that club, which they definitely would. He's just smart, man. He just really made the connection to that's where we did the Legion of Skanks show and podcast, which was amazing.
Yeah.
We were able to Rogan came out, Bill Burr came out on it. It was nuts, dude. Like a really
saw that lineup.
Event.
That's a fucking insane lineup.
Really insane event. The whole thing was great, but he rolls it because he's like, oh, these are the guys coming from over out New York who are like, will bring good comics out. You know what I mean? It's like
that's what Patrick does at the stand.
Yeah, it's a way to just go. It's like, of course, hey, look, exactly. Adam Ray. Can go on at the stand. I don't know if if Esty would be like, he has to go on at 1 a.m. or something. Yeah. First, to watch, I don't know if that's the case, but you know what I mean? There's a weird, there's a lack of that East-West Coast thing. I think at the Cellar, the stand does sort of embrace in a weird way.
Yeah.
Just kind of by name, I think Patrick's got his finger a little more on the pulse of comedy in general, not just New York comedy.
Well, I think there is a thing where when you're visiting a club, you don't know how they fucking operate. That's what usually the Thursday shows are there for on the road, is so you can find out where is the green room? Where do I go? And then on Friday, you just walk right to the green room and you're like, I'm gonna fucking hang out there. But that's the common occurrence with all good comedy clubs is that they're welcoming to comedians in a way that they're like, hey, we understand that there's not in a kiss ass way of you're the comic, shit wherever you want, fucking beat anybody up.
But you're a million miles from home.
Yeah, but a little bit of mutual respect is what's always I've always noticed in the best comedy clubs is what it is. Whether it be Comedy on State, whether it be Comedy Works in Denver, Acme, Comedy Mix, where I just was, Rumors, they treat the comics great. All right, here's what you need. What sucks is when you go to a club on the road and all right, don't stand there. I'm not going to name names, but there are clubs that I haven't been back to because it's I'm not fucking going to get. I don't think I'm the shit, but I know I'm not a piece of shit. So don't treat me like a piece of shit.
That's what I think the guys. I think the Providence guys are a great example.
Unbelievably great.
Great dudes.
I love those guys.
They treat you really great. Corey and Dave.
Corey and Dave are great. And
where did I go? I just went to that Yuck Yucks I did in Yuck Yucks Calgary.
But I do the other club in Calgary, and they're also great.
But the Yuck Yucks people were they were just super sweet, nice people.
And my problem,
very nice and accommodating. It's
the only problem I have with clubs are clubs that have I felt treated me as a comic like shit. And that's just clubs where I'm like, I just
happens.
don't. Yeah. You know what? And if sometimes people email me when are you coming to this city? And it's tough to be like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I got to do better so I can sell out a rock venue, as opposed to coming and fucking working for the dickhead that runs the club in your city.
Yeah, you're like, I just don't want to do this one again. And it's funny. I can't even think one off the top of my head, but I know I have like
I got four.
A few around the country where
I
can't think of it on top of my head. And if I did, I would say it too, but I can't think. But there's definitely a club where I'm like, I'm not going back there.
The comic strip. There are places even in
the comic strip's like yes for showcase, but that's for like such a.
And I stopped.
That was insane.
I stopped going to the comic strip because of you.
I mean, it's a fuckhead policy. Like, if you call a woman a cunt, you deserve to get beat up by an audience member if you're a performer.
If you do late night comedy or anything that's like ball busty or anything that challenges anyone ever, and the club has said to you, if you upset a woman, I hope you get beat up on stage. You're like, well, then I can't. I would not want to work that club. And by the way, they have no security presence whatsoever.
I'm not going to name names, but there was a club that took a heckler's side when a fucking heckler ruined my show, and then they gave him tickets to come back to another show, and you're like, you've just proven to me that you take a heckler's side over a comedian. I don't ever want to work there.
What was proven to you there is, and that is, without giving so much, is that whenever there's a comedy club owner, you can run into those things. Sometimes like their owner pants got to go. Do you know what I mean? That thing where it's like, well, I'm trying to save customers. I want to keep blah, blah, blah happy. Also, it's like that weird like that. And you're like, you got to pick a side.
You got to pick a side.
Yeah,
and that's really what it is.
And that's the wrong side there for a group of 12 people. Do you know what I mean? Like, to salvage 12 people.
For what?
That aren't good. Like,
and it's like, and then now that person won't. It really is like indicative of just sometimes when they get that ego where they're like, I'm the boss, I own the comedy club, and you're like, and I respect that.
Sure.
And I'm an independent contractor that's coming in here for a weekend, and I understand you're sending away your waitresses because I don't sell out, and I wish I could.
Sorry, lady.
But you know what's funny is like when like Caroline's or like all these clubs when they have a big name like Louis come back and do a sold out show, and they're like, Louis so good to us. It's like, well, yeah, you got to remember that when these guys are coming up. Because when you're coming up, that's how you have the relationship where they're like, yeah, you'll come back and do a weekend, even if you could do a theater. You can come in and fuck, because you don't know who's going to pop. So just treat comics with decency, and they'll come back and be like, hey, I can help you out, make a little money, you know?
I mean, a great example of that is the club that I worked at, years ago at this point.
Here we go with the motherfucking Comedy Magic Club.
But Jay Leno goes back there every
You got to take a picture with Jay Leno. If you behave yourself, you can take a picture with Jay Leno. For the love of God, no one gives a shit about that.
Hey, what's up, Christine? It's me. Sorry, hold on.
Hey, Jay, nice denim on denim.
Oh, thanks. You know what's funny is if you wear denim on a denim, it doesn't rip. Yeah, that's the best part.
I fall out of my weird cars and I get dragged on the road, so I wear a lot of denim, makes so I don't get scuffs.
Also makes a nice patch for my chin, you know? It's nice to see you. Can I have the fish? Don't talk to me. It's Sunday.
I'm kidding, Christine. Please finish. That was just a fun rant. All right, with the Comedy Magic Club.
But amazing club. Treat the talent great. I mean, George Carlin worked out his 14th HBO special there. It was the only club he'd work. And the reason for that
I was the only waitress he would let come bring him stuff because he liked me personally.
I wish. But it's just because of the way they treat comics. And I was so happy to start there because a lot of clubs do treat comics like assholes.
But look at Denver Comedy Works. Chappelle bought him that bag system because he loves him because he's worked there the whole time. He's fucking Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
He could sell out a theater on one tweet. It's like he doesn't need to kiss anyone's ass, but he still works the punchline in San Francisco because how great Molly is to everyone and how great Wendy is to everyone in Denver. It's like you just gotta it's not a crazy formula. If you're decent to the comics, you provide a good show for the people, over time that will build up, and then you'll fucking.
Are you blown away by the treatment like a celebrity gets must be so amazing because how much I notice a club like Denver's a good example of the place.
When they treat you good.
I'm drawing a blank on her name. Sweet lady that takes you to press at the Comedy Works, but she lives in the building where they put you up at.
Okay.
And so but in the morning, get that thing. It's like, can I get anything from, what do you like, Starbucks, wherever? I'll make sure I have it for you when we pick you up in the car. And you're like, already just like, how could this place, if the shows go bad, the club is just nice people that were like, that's a thoughtful thing to do.
But
hey, I know you just flew in. Do you want to,
I get
coffee?
anyone listening that's like, shut up, you babies.
Of course.
You're doing the thing you love on the road, but you're like, I don't think you understand the years that you put in where you're treated like a nuisance.
Oh, man.
Like you're bothering.
Like you're in the way.
I mean, probably the first 8 or 9 years of my career, it's like, doing gigs in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania, and they're like, you're in the kitchen doorway. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, fuck, sorry.
Also early headlining when you have a Friday with 40 people in a 300-seat room.
Yeah.
And the staff really is like you're in there, like you're like, well, great. So I guess we're going home nothing. You know?
Yep. I mean, I can remember my weekend in San Antonio.
And then also a club doesn't bring you, and then they won't bring you back sometimes. So it's like, it is like, of course, a million times a week I tell myself, like, I'm not wheelbarrowing concrete anymore. That's great. Like, you know, I'd never want to do that again.
Yeah, but it really is like what you're saying with what happened at the Laugh Factory. That is a problem where you're like, hey man, don't make me be a dick because you're being a dick.
I know now I have that ivory tower thing where I'm like, fire this man.
Yeah. I'm the performer. I don't know if you're a joy bringer like me, large black man.
This Negro wouldn't have been to the theater.
He was insane. I mean, it really was a weird way to handle it. And I know that like the door guys at the Cellar may look intimidating, but
they're the best.
But if somebody came up to them and was like, "Hey, I'm a performer. I'm on the show," and pointed to their name, they'd go, "Oh man, here, come down this way. Show them around."
Jay introduced me once to Shaq when I was an open micer. Introduced me once to the late great Shaq, not Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq from the Cellar. Daquan. Jay introduced me once. He goes, "Hey, this is Dan Soder. He's a funny comic." When I was barking and doing open mics, Jay, and you were working the Cellar, and anytime Shaq was working the front door, I could go, "Shaq, can I go watch the show?" And he'd go, "Yeah, absolutely, man." He just knew me. I wasn't in the club. I wasn't even fucking kind of near getting into the club. I was just a comic.
Again, also kind of like to the idea of that, like the brotherhood of that. Everyone's like kind of working. It's like it's sort of like a colleague thing.
Yeah. In
that sense, where I was going to say, I've seen these guys. I've seen audience members come in and be like, you know, it's like I'm in there already. And it's like, excuse me?
Yeah,
like, you know, it's like,
I'm fine with that.
It's like, me too. like, I'm in there. And it's like, what are you just saying? I'm in there. What is that? He's like, I'm at a table. My wife and I was like, okay, we have to say that. You know, I see him get like short with like because they deal with drunk shit constantly. But with comics, like if you're a comic.
But it really is, it's about working there. It's like if you were new to a job anywhere else and you walked in and you're like, I have to get in there. I work here now and I need to go in, and they're like, no.
Well, fuck you then. I guess I don't work here.
Yeah, and then you walk away, and then if your boss comes out and is like, hey, where's that guy who's working here? I'm interested to know if he told anybody that happened or if you were just looked at as a no-show.
Oh, I'll figure. I mean, Jeff Singer, who we both know.
Yeah.
Books it now. So I have no problem telling him what happened.
Yeah. Oh, Jeff Singer books the Laugh Factory?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, I know to reach out for a spot.
You're going to go right to that club which you did your radio partner like a monster.
I go like this.
It's all because of this terrible, awful Negro.
I go, are you the man that denied a guy with blue hair in the room? He goes, yeah. I go, knuckle up.
He goes, good call. Yeah. Guy's a nuisance. Before we take our second commercial, can we let Dwayne tell us why people confront me?
Yes, absolutely.
I hope maybe he's right. Dwayne, what is it? How are you, my friend?
How are you? Crackle, crackle, gentlemen.
Crackle, dude.
Hey, it's totally size related. It's because you're quote unquote Big J. I'm 6'4", 350 plus pounds.
Yes.
And I literally can't go to bars anymore.
What?
They either want to friend you or fight you.
Dude,
yeah, and it really is funny, Dwayne, because I agree with you in a lot of that way.
You and I were talking about this on the phone after your bike incident last Thursday.
Yeah, I'm like, they come at you where it's just like, everyone's kind of like, this guy could, I'm like, it's like, miss. Not only did I not, with the bike story that I told, not only did I, not hit the guy with the bicycle, as I cut in front of him, you know, enough that maybe it could have like startled him a little bit, but he did see me, so it didn't startle him. I went, oh, very sorry, sir. Like, as I'm doing like the most polite thing, but no one sees that coming. They're always like, this guy's got forearm tattoos. He's probably trying to take my money.
I think one of you big guys should just wig out every once in a while, keep people on their toes, you know?
Just go ham.
Let's go, did you hear about the big guy in Cleveland?
I literally got into a fight at a bar bathroom in St. Paul, Minnesota, and I'm not allowed back there anymore. And I can't go to the bathroom if somebody talks to me.
Yeah,
like, shut up and stop talking. Just shut up.
I got shy bladder too.
Why would someone talk to you while they're in the bathroom?
I don't know, but it's happened before, and I've had to flush an uncomfortable amount of times.
A lot of hot box out there, huh, bro?
Hey, how's the pee coming out of your dick? You go, it's not.
He goes, I can't tell if this is burning because something's wrong or if it's because I got a little dry jizz in there. It got sucked off in the coat room.
Yeah, but you pee, right? Why are you not peeing? What's wrong with you? Why are you not peeing? If anyone said that to me, I think I would fucking die.
Hey, you big bitch. Yeah. Why are you peeing?
You got to sit down to pee? You go, no, stop saying that. I just get nervous when people talk to me. It's like, why? Why? Like, I don't want to do this anymore. Please stop yelling at me.
We just did classic Bonfire. We just went on a whole 2-man show. What actually happened there, Dwayne? You can't go to the bathroom when someone's talking.
Sorry about that.
We were so far past that.
Literally got into a fist fight and watched them drag this guy out of the bathroom. I had to leave. I'm like, I went to visit my fiance now, was just a kind of a girl I was seeing at the time, and I'm like, I have to go. I don't think I can come back here anymore.
You knocked the guy out?
Yeah.
Because he was talking to you?
Well,
he looked at my dick.
It got worse. Yeah, it was like he just came in and was obviously obliterated, and he's like carrying on, and I'm like, dude, just shut up, stop talking to me. And finally, it was like, all right, this is going to end one of two ways, and he kept going with it. And I knocked him out.
Oh, dude, Dwayne, I know what happened though. You got to watch him go from drunk, goofy, and stumbling to like confused and angry, which is always the weirdest thing to watch a drunk person, where they go from being like, you were just fucking hanging out, and you're like, shut up, and they go, what?
Who the fuck are you, bro?
When I was in Cleveland, when the Cavaliers won the NBA title, I watched the riots happen where everyone was hugging and everyone was on the bus after Game 7 and it was fucking nuts. And I went upstairs to pack.
Crowd surfed.
Everyone was, it was crazy. I was being hugged by everybody. I'm like, this is unbelievable. I go upstairs.
Dan Soder, I love your work and also the project.
I go upstairs. I talk to Nate for like 30, 45 minutes. I pack. I smoke a little bit of weed, and I'm like, I'm gonna go see what's going on downstairs now that all the shit's kind of died down. It's been about 45 minutes. Street is still littered with drunk people, but I'm like, fuck this, I'm just gonna go upstairs. You can tell everyone's hammered. I get in the elevator, a drunk Cavs fan gets in the elevator with me, and he's like, fucking champs! And I'm like, yeah, man, you guys did it. You guys did it, what a win. And he goes,
you sure did try to talk for 2 floors of elevator? You sure as shit did it, man.
Dude, that's really the attitude.
Stay over there and keep on doing it.
Yep, that's exactly what I do. And then he goes, what do you mean we did it? And I go, oh, the Cavs. I go, you guys, the Cavs won. And he goes, you're not a Cavs fan? I'm like, no, I'm a Nuggets fan, man. And he's like, you're a Nugget? And he like got mad where I'm like, dude, you just won the championship.
And I congratulated you.
What are you mad about? And then right when it gets to his floor, it's like, boom. And the door opens, like, oh, man, here you go. Here's your floor. He goes, you're a Nuggets fan, and why are you here? I'm like, yeah, you should probably get off the elevator. And he's like, I'll get off the elevator when I want. And I'm like, yeah, don't turn this into a problem.
Oh, man.
Because now I'm going to be the guy
I have anxiety from hearing this story.
But I'm like,
I really do. I'm like,
now I'm going to be the guy in the elevator that drops you and you don't remember it.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to hit you right in your fucking face and kick you off the elevator like I'm Harris Ford in Air Force One. But
it's the only time you get to feel really cool that like, don't make me do this, though, is when a guy's ripped. This guy was obliterated, Dwayne. All right, bye, Dwayne. Oh. He hung up as soon as I said that.
It'd be funny if the guy.
But when the guy comes, when they're ripped, that's what I had when me and Christina then on our front stoop one day. A guy came up hammered. He was just he just kept coming. I was just like, he kept trying to come up the steps or something. I was like, dude, like beat him, like get out of here. And he's like, well, I don't know, and he just kept coming up, and you're like. When I put a hand on this guy, he's going for a ride, and he just did. And I feel, and then his head hits like a car, and I feel terrible. And I'm like, I went and got the cops. Cops go, they'll figure it out.
Yeah, we actually went to the cops because we're like, this guy's going to wander into traffic.
Yeah, we tried to save him. I was like,
and they're like,
even though the guy's talking shit, it's just like he has no fucking clue what he's doing.
Yeah, man.
So what am I going to do? Beat the shit out of him? Like he didn't do anything enough to me. By the way, I have no problem with that. If someone does something that shitty in that situation and it's a freebie, just like World Star Hip Hop whooping. Ooh, fuck.
Try to look up some drunk dudes getting the shit kicked.
I'll tell you what. There's one that I just got today. I put in my notes here. I have collective notes.
I want to fucking read this though. Let's take a break and come back to this.
Well.
You want to do?
We don't have to watch it now because you might want to watch the video of this when we come back. But there is a video of a guy at a McDonald's. This is grotesque. Did you see this, Lou? It's just a guy. He starts getting sucker punched by this big, huge black dude. I mean, fucking his shit up. And everyone at McDonald's just kind of laughing and filming it and says World Star. It's just like the worst place in the world. It's insane.
I'm loving it. Do Coca-Cola.
We'll take another break. We'll be right back. It's the Bonfire.
And now, back to the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
You guys silly? I'm still gonna send it.
Oh, best wishes go out to Tom Petty, who's clean to life. Or dead.
We don't know.
We don't know.
I mean, you know what?
One of those two.
It's not. You're not wrong, because this episode will re-air at one point, and he will be dead.
He will be dead at some point.
I mean, we're going to get philosophical right now. We're all
saying anyone's
dead.
alive does not keep things evergreen.
True.
The fact that any of us are alive. Hey, man, that's one to grow on.
Oh, bro.
Things that make you go,
y'all came back deep. Y'all came deep as an ocean, dog.
Deep as an ocean, dog. We have this video. Christine brought up this video that I'm so excited. Any update on Tom Petty? We should check after we play his music, right?
Yeah, the last thing was Clinging to Life on Variety, but I'll see if there's something newer.
Oh, yeah. Come on. You know, the news, baby.
Come
news
on,
flows.
baby. Stay in the front room.
Huh?
Still nothing.
Yeah, it's like nothing's coming up in a feed of any update.
Why did we bring up this McDonald's video?
Somebody call Roy Orbison. I'm not sure the sentence that fucking made us get to this, but...
Because we were talking about something with...
We were talking about drunks getting...
Is this guy...
You're talking about people just getting... No, you're talking about people getting just, like, drilled and stuff like that. And this is like I think the guy who gets hit is drunkly. I'm sure he's saying stuff, but this goes so bad. But here's what I'm more appalled by this video, though. The reason I got it so much is, like, the garbage of, like, beating up a guy who's not even sort of fighting back.
Yeah.
It's also that the entire staff of this McDonald's not only doesn't care, they're filming it, they're laughing, they're yelling World Star.
I mean, that's brand recognition.
Now look, I appreciate him for doing the work that someone needed to do to get this into my lap.
Bring it to full screen. Bring it to full screen at the Bonfire SXM on Twitter screen. On the pause menu, look at the manager's face, because he is laughing.
The manager's already waiting. This guy put on a tie today to hope to God this happened.
He goes, man,
isn't that crazy?
You know what's the best part about a 10-hour shift? Watching some pink motherfucker get his ass whooped. All right.
Man, I'll tell you what's so hilarious.
Leonard Oots is behind the counter.
There's such a difference between a really in-shape man and a really in-shape woman still. But I will tell you what, a morbidly obese man and morbidly obese woman are built exactly the same.
He really
that
is.
could be a woman. That might just be a woman. We have no idea.
Could be short haircut.
Yep. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
A big fat man and a big fat woman are built identical.
In God's eyes, we're all identical.
We're all fat on the inside, man. That's what I tell myself.
Morbidly obese on the inside.
That's what I tell myself when I bed one of those tsunamis.
Oh, yeah, when you're just fucking... What's that? What, Christine?
We're just all going to end up fat with no gender.
Yeah, just a bunch of masses just mushing into each other.
Oh, my God. Don't you feel bad when you hear that? When you hear, like, Howard Stern talks about... He's, like, 62, and he talks about, like, how hard he works to stay, like, thin so much. And it's like, dude... Who gives a shit?
Let it go.
It's like a 60-something. Like, if he ate the way that for him would be like, holy shit, I'm eating so terrible, he will still not get fat in his life. It's like, it's too late for. He's not gonna get fat. He's like a slim guy.
I've always said, man, when I hit 70, booze and smokes are coming back, and fucking opiates, baby.
Opiates, big time opiates.
All I do is win, no matter what. Everybody hands go up. Opiate night. And they stay there.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I've decided also I want that clip because I've done this in the car. So I'm so lame that I've done this in the car so much because I miss it when we don't do it. It's got to go. Is that the end of it? Is that the end of the clip?
It's got to go longer, right?
Does the clip end there?
Yes.
It just cuts off automatically?
Yeah.
After that, if you bring the actual song, after that, he also goes, again, he goes, all I do is win. It's just like so desperate sounding.
Which really,
like the whole build. We should listen to the entire build up to it.
If you take those lyrics out of context, though, and with that energy, it does sound like he was broken up with, and he's trying to prove to himself as he's crying through it. He's like, I win. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna turn this around.
Kristen, you have a video of it? Right, yeah, just get. You don't have to go like so deep. Just get to that part. No, right here. Play it. I'll tell you where to go. Yeah, leave it here. I'll tell you where we should cut it off, just to be that obnoxious about it. Right there. Before Ludacris comes in.
Real quick, though.
It just goes so far.
I found out...
or maybe even have Luda. The funny thing to have in there, too.
Perfect.
That's the cutout.
Perfect. Yesterday, I found out that there's a rap group called... They're using in the NFL preview commercials called They with the song You Right. And they're an LA rap group, but the dude's from Denver, more specifically from Aurora, and drops it in the song that you've never messed with a broke dude from Aurora. And I love it.
Oh, they keep it too dank. Aurora, y'all.
But this is the song where they play that they've been showing in between. They were showing this on every NFL game. Yeah, you heard this, right? Lou, did you hear this yesterday?
No.
Was it only on the NFL?
I was at a game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, we get it. You're in L.A.
No, I'm just saying they didn't play this in between.
But my buddy
they just play who they played with. I heard Bodak Yellow 75 times.
Hey, Cardi B! Yes. I like the way she does that. The way she does the speech impediment sometimes when she talks shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I fucking, for some reason, I love it. I love it. I love Cardi B.
Do you?
I'm way on board.
A lot of people love Cardi B for some reason.
Charlemagne got me there.
That song, he loves her?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That song, I just don't know what her particular talent is. Like, did she write that? And there's no way. That is a production number right there. But I'll tell you what, the production of the song, the more little foreshadowing than what we're going to talk about here in a minute. Me and Christine went to Universal Studios.
Should we hold off to play this until we talk about that? Because we still have to watch the McDonald's.
But we went to think, but I'll tell you what, blaring. We went to see at Universal Studios, like the Jabbawockeez do a little show.
Yeah.
The dance group. And they, like, before they came out, they were just blaring the song in the theater, and I was like, pretty good beat. It's actually a pretty good. I hate coming around to it because I want to just blindly hate it. It just seems talentless to rap like that. But as the song goes on, it gets better. You don't have to play the whole thing, but it's but they're like, and you love her.
Love her.
I love that she showed. I love that you're always just a click away from also seeing her open her butthole.
Yeah.
And with her weird nipples that point down.
I can't wait to put out my butthole video. We the best, though.
We the best. Luda.
Dan Soder's butthole.
Luda.
He got a deep cavity in his ass.
Let me put this kazoo in my butthole.
Let's go to the McDonald's video because I just remember that the McDonald's manager is. You want to cut off Kodak? Oh, because
Bodak Yellow.
A Bodak. I called it Kodak. I'm such a white guy.
Bozak.
In your Bozak.
Get your Bozak.
Oh, dude, that's so fun. Hold on, pause it.
Hey, we had to talk through this because this is a very visual.
Yeah, it's all visual at the Bonfire SXM, but I love that immediately in the video, the drive-through guy comes over and leans his head into the camera like, this guy's about to get fucked up, which is great. So just play the video and then we'll just talk over
was that drive-through rep? That's why he's got the boat, the necktie on, right?
Play it
That's
from the beginning.
Goes, oh, inside about to get lit.
He goes hey, psst, hey, man, don't play yet. He's talking to the drive-through guy. He goes, can you see? I can move. This guy about to get knocked the fuck out.
Stick your head in the window, man. Stick your head in the window. Look, it's about to go down. It's about to go down.
I got an order for you. About to order that ass woman.
This is a sucker. It's Jesus Christ, I have a stroke.
You all right?
The title claims the sucker punch. That's almost not even fair to call it a sucker punch because I've never seen a guy. This guy winds up for his punch for 20 seconds and like he measures it. Like it's just like this guy is so oblivious in front of him. I assume he's drunk. Did we ever get to the bottom of that, Lou, too?
I think he is drunk.
He is drunk? And he's probably just talking. Now, here's the thing. But you wonder in this situation, in all fairness, is he drunk in there talking shit or is he drunk in like
wrong place, wrong time?
I mean, because he really, it looks like he shouldn't be in this McDonald's, is the best way to put it. If the staff's instinct, if a white person walks in, is to start filming for World Star Hip Hop before any action even happens.
To all the white people,
don't walk in there. Don't feel racist, man. Just go get a burger somewhere else.
No matter what race you are, if you're in a McDonald's and it's predominantly another race and they bring their phones up to record, just leave.
Yeah. Also, don't go into an all Hispanic. Don't think I'm being one-dimensionally racist.
You're absolutely correct.
All ethnics.
I would even go in. I'd be afraid if I was in a Polish neighborhood and they started taping.
Not me, and you're lying.
Yeah,
that's
right.
not true.
I'd be like this. I go
like
this.
And you'd be like, what's up, you fucking dumb Polak?
I go, well, one of you fucking water retards make me a burger? And they're like, what? I go, yeah, I know what you guys are about.
Hey, one of you skis get up there. And,
listen, I know you guys got the biggest peckers out of white people, but that doesn't mean you can't make me a fish fillet. Now move it, you fucking idiot.
Hey, how many Polacks does it take to make me a fucking number 2?
Apparently, the 9 of you that are staring at me and filming, one of you better hit me with a sucker punch, or else all of you are about to get slapped. I'm going to slap you like the bitches that you are.
Yes, Dad, that is how it would go in an all Polish McDonald's.
But if all black McDonald's, I go like this. I go, hey, we should go. And the drunk girl I'm with is like, but I'm hungry. I go, we just got to get the fuck out of here.
Well, what I wish I would have paid attention to after we watch this video is what I said is that I went to an all Mexican Universal Studios.
Well, we're going to get to that right after this video. So let's just play it.
So this giant black
pops in, laughs.
Yeah, he's great.
Pops out, and then it appears to be Lou too in a wife beater.
He takes one shot and flat out.
Oh, he's slapping him.
No, he is not slapping him. He is close fist punching him.
Oh, he's drunk. Oh, yeah.
He punches him so much. And listen to that's the staff. Guys on the floor unconscious now. They're on top of him, still talking shit. It's hard to be afraid of a black guy when he tucks his tank top in.
Yeah.
You tucking your tank top? I'll tell you, when you tucking your tank top, I'm like, I'm going to fight. This guy seems like maybe he's a town idiot or something.
That's a big...
But there you go. You see the guy with the headset comes in from drive-thru, and he's like, damn. It's like, no one's like, you're supposed to call the fucking cops if that's happening in your place.
Ah, man.
But listen, he makes fun of him as he walks away from him, and the crew's like, damn.
Yeah.
You got knocked the fuck out, man.
I swear to you, I went to Chick-fil-A before I came in today, and I actually forgot to say this to Christine as we were walking out of there. I wanted to say, I wonder if Chick-fil-A's got like very strict hiring practice or something, because I was surprised that even if look, it's a fast food job in Manhattan, like it's going to be sort of a ghetto seeming staff to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that staff, when you walk in, just the wording of like, may I help the next guest, please? May I help serve the next guest, please? Something like that. Or just, I was just like, wow, it was such a polite way. Yeah. Just like where I've gone to places where they're like, next. So
do you think McDonald's is like the hiring practice? Yeah. Chick-fil-A is like, you better have manners, where McDonald's is like...
no, what I'm wondering is the franchise of McDonald's isn't as overseen as... I feel like Chick-fil-A is like, because the guy's so religious.
Yes.
That they close on Sundays. That is probably a thing. It's like, you can't just hire some fucking assholes going to come in here and like, rub their dick on the chicken and try to have fights start and smoke weed in the back. I think it's like pretty strict hiring practices, I bet.
I think them and In-N-Out. In-N-Out's another religious...
and by the way, before it becomes a racial...
Is In-N-Out religious?
It says John 3:16 on all their containers.
Well, Soder 3:16 says, I just ordered a double animal style,
but I'm saying,
and your fries suck.
But to take race even like out of the equation, I'm saying the whole Chick-fil-A staff here is all black staff.
Yeah.
But it was just like such a great staff. Like, I was really like...
well, it really is like... McDonald's is probably overseen by just guys who buy the franchise tag and then just open
That's all it is.
And then it's like, all right,
as long as you serve their product, they don't and pay their money.
I mean, the most awkward thing is that guy waking up, just fucking like, he woke up on the floor of a McDonald's and was like, did I win?
It's like, did I get Park Place and Boardwalk?
Hey, how did you guys get a pickup truck into your McDonald's to hit me?
Hey, who was the chocolate McFlurry that just went by?
I forgot. I didn't order a black Big Mac to beat the piss out of me. Hey, someone want to tell that black Big Mac who's beat the fuck out of me that I'm hungry still?
Is that what black people mean when they say beat the brakes off you?
Oh, Jesus Christ. For a guy in basketball shorts and sandals, he threw some heat.
Christ, it hurts.
Well, you said you went to...
should we just take our last break, man? We got to take one more break. This is crazy.
Well, Jacob left the room, so there's no rules. You do what you want, pal.
All I do is win. Jacob's gone.
All I do is win, no matter what. Everybody hands go up.
And my cheese goes in my hole.
And they stay there.
I love the new tradition of you nailing something on that hold.
I fucked up on that one, though. I'm like 2 for 3.
No, you nailed a few the other week. You trust me, you're batting about 90%, buddy. At least.
Everybody hands go up. Cheese. And they stay there. And they stay there.
You're back on track just like that.
I really feel like we should take a break because I know what you're going to talk about.
Well, we just go and we can end 3 minutes early, yeah?
Serious, no rules. Do what the fuck you want.
Nice.
Keep winning.
No more reads, right?
No reads.
Yeah, man, we're good. We got so much stuff.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah. I said, full disclosure, our Lost Tapes, we didn't do any of our Lost Tapes episode today.
Yeah.
We're going to do a little extra over the next couple days because I wanted to come in. So we haven't seen each other, so I thought I didn't want to act like we haven't seen each other to start the show today live.
That was great. You kept the motivation real.
I kept the motivation real. So me and Christine and Michelle went to Universal Studios, Los Angeles.
Which I've been to.
For Halloween Horror Nights. You have.
I've been to Gary, one of the only times he was ever a dad in my life, in 1991, took me to Disneyland and Universal Studios. In fact,
They took me to Disney World, my stepbrothers, and I was so afraid of rain.
Yeah.
It started raining, and I just started being a little fat kid freaking out about rain, and I made them leave the park early. We had to leave it early, all because of me. So look, there's a give and take on why he hates me.
Yeah.
Or there's a give and take on why he just didn't pay attention to me much as a father.
Gary would just come in and just have a hit and then just disappear for a couple years.
Yeah, my dad rarely had a hit. Nintendo was his hit. That was his hit. And by the way, my mom would have nailed that, except it was me, my little bitchy kid thing, was when I went for Nintendo. I told you I didn't have any, so I wanted to get something, and then my mom couldn't afford to get me that, and then go back a few weeks later for Nintendo.
Yeah.
So Christmas that year, Dad got the Nintendo.
We both had Gary's drop Nintendo bombs on Christmas despite their ex-wives, which is a respectable move.
It's a respectable move.
As far as the book of Gary goes, that's chapter 1, verse 1.
Yeah.
Spiteful presence.
Spiteful presence against your ex-wife is how you fucking mold a man into a son of a Gary.
Look at the hiring page for it's such well-dressed blacks.
It's diverse.
Such well-dressed blacks and Middle Easterns.
I don't even know what they are because they're just so committed to being woke.
Oh, this is McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yuck. Now there's a guy named Jose. Get him out of here. Here's Chick-fil-A. Look at that. Flannel shirts. God-fearing.
White.
Some dink.
White.
My daughter's dating one of those soy sauces. I'll put them on the page.
Why is that goddamn pan face over there making my chicken sandwich? I'll take my chicken sandwich from that yard ape over there.
Hey, straw hat. Did you pull my chicken out of a microwave? I need to know why these wood sandals are making all this
Hey, chip shot.
Hey, silk jammies. Why don't you crawl in a paper mache dragon and dance around?
Hey there.
I want a damn chicken sandwich.
Hey there, wharf fisherman.
Yeah.
Hey, rolled up pants and chicken hearts.
We got to get to this on the pre-tape.
Yeah.
Damn.
We have a great pre-tape.
We had a lot of stuff going on.
But I want to tell you, so I went to Universal Studios.
Yeah.
Me, Christine, and Michelle for Halloween Horror Nights. They were like, you got to go. While you're out here, you got to go.
Yeah.
I didn't even feel bad because I was like, let me take Isabella too. But, Isabella isn't Betty Ford anyway.
I was just going to say, she's down at the tavern having a fucking couple fingers of whiskey.
Yeah, she's
rocking a butt.
She's getting rip-roared right now, so she doesn't care.
She goes haunted house.
Travel across the country, better be first class because I'm boozing.
She was like this. She goes, "What's that, Dad? You want me to go to a haunted house? Sorry, I live in one. It's called my brain."
You look at see the person you hate the most staring right back at you in the mirror. Diary of a Mad Woman.
You go, Isabella, are you quoting Jake the Snake from Beyond the Mat?
She's like, no, Medea, Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
Well,
Tyler Perry.
My dad met my wife.
So you guys decide to go to Universal Studios.
And they go, only way to do it, you got to get front of the line pass, which, by the way, can't argue that. Because I couldn't see. We were still there an inordinate amount of time, more than I wanted to be, for seeing what I would describe as a minimal, almost nothingness attractions. I mean, everyone. So here you see Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights, Ash versus Evil Dead, The Shining, American Horror Story, Saw, Titans of Terror.
What did you see?
All of them. What they were, I thought they were attractions. They were going to be like a thing, like a demonstration, or it's Universal fucking Studios, dude. Are you going to make it look like somebody's head? They don't get the Saw thing done fast enough, and their head fucking rips open. It's fucking Universal Studios. Dude, it might as well have been a fucking VFW's fucking. I mean, like, honest to God.
What do they say?
The Shining is every corner you turn is another guy dressed like Jack Nicholson wearing a rubber Jack Nicholson mask, and they come and they. That's what I said. I go, oh my God, do you guys want to walk through another maze so a failed actor cannot hit me with an axe again?
That's really
I mean,
funny.
like, by the way, also if you walk through with the face I had by the third one, which was just like, I guess we're walking through another one of these horseshit mazes. They don't even bother you anymore. They don't
so
even
funny.
jump out at me because they're just kind of like,
They go,
like, this guy doesn't have the spirit, which I didn't. And I'm like, this is really shitty and dumb. For Universal, Christine, am I exaggerating at all? For Universal Studio, me and Christine were fighting, by the way, so it was definitely not a great mood.
But also,
in my
nothing could make you mad than you going into a haunted house and them going, put your hand in this bowl of eyes. You go, this is grapes. And my next door neighbor did this when I was in 5th grade.
Exactly. And you're fighting with your girlfriend.
Oh, there's
By the way,
there's nothing better than a fucking domestic argument through a haunted house.
No, there is.
Because I got bullied into going to a haunted house with the ex.
There is.
And we got in
better.
a little bit of an argument.
Oh, through a haunted house?
Yeah.
That's a good one. A haunted house is great.
Yeah.
But I'll say that is really funny because there's some people who go like, ah, and you're kind of like, oh, look, now there's two witches in the fucking room.
Yeah.
But what's really hilarious is being in a fight.
Yeah.
Measuring yourself to see if you're too fat to ride a ride while you're in a fight.
That's really funny.
Then getting in row 4 of the ride because that's the one that has a little extra space, a little extra wiggle room. If you don't fit exactly, I fit either way. Okay. We found out for the record. Yeah. I fit either way, but I still that measuring thing. You're like,
not a good feeling.
Then when I was in row 4, there was another big fat guy in front of me. I looked at him and I went, row 4, right? And he goes, yeah. And as he said, yeah, I looked and he had no 2 front teeth. It was
boy,
disturbing.
Oh boy.
So I'm built like a guy like that.
Yeah.
I'm built like a guy with no front tooth.
You got that row 4 body.
Yeah, I got a row 4 body.
You're bringing that row 4 body.
But I picked row 4 because I was like, if I'm making it, if I click in, but it's not, Christine clearly clicked in a lot more than me, so I was like, let's take the wiggle room. Getting on a roller coaster ride or like a fast, exhilarating ride when you're in a fight is funny because you can't defeat a roller coaster.
You can't.
So when you're angry, you're kind of like, fuck you, bitch. I could do better than you in one heartbeat. You get fired at it. And you go, wow, the mummy. We're going backwards now. And you go, and he goes, and you go. So, fuck it. I don't give a shit. Move out.
The fighting starts as you're going up, where it's like...
It wasn't that kind of ride. That's what I'm saying. Almost the point.
Wow.
This thing, it's all indoor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like fire out of a fucking cannon. This short, little thing.
That's great.
Dude, it was so fun and exhilarating in the middle of this fight.
It was so fun. I heard Jay, because all of a sudden I started, I'm like, ah! And then I hear Jay giggling, and I'm like, oh, good. I'm like, maybe this broke it a little bit. It's been all day.
Yeah, cool. Maybe we'll come out of this. And then you're like, no.
Cool. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm not moving out. Great.
Yeah.
Dude, Simpsons ride, great. Transformers 3D, great. Now, again, these are all they're all pretty much, except that mummy, they're all screen rides.
Yeah.
The Simpsons ride was,
Simpsons ride's amazing.
It was amazing.
Simpsons ride is amazing. It was so awesome. But front of the line's kind of expensive.
To do the haunted house.
But it's for everything.
Okay.
So the rides, too, but there's only 3 rides open. The tram, it's like the big deal tram of Universal Studios. That's their big, you see Jaws and the house.
I've done that.
Yeah.
I've done it with Earthquake.
We went to do it. Yeah, I want to do all. I know all about the earthquake and all that shit.
Yeah, it's cool.
I want to do all those
Water
things.
rushes in, you're like,
yeah.
Instead, what they do is they take you on the tram for a couple, maybe 100 yards. They go, and they let you out to just kind of walk through.
You see the Psycho House.
It's the Psycho House,
cool.
Which is cool.
No, but you don't walk through the Psycho House.
Nice. Oh yeah.
You walk around it and walk through what's kind of cool, but you're being distracted as people keep going while you're trying to. They walk you through.
And this is the haunted house.
There's a destroyed
the plane crash.
There's a plane crash site, which is pretty fucking awesome. That was neat. But I'm looking at that, and then someone's like,
shut up.
Yeah, really.
It's all metal and dubstep everywhere you go.
Yeah,
yes.
Really?
Oh yeah. Metal and dubstep.
You're like, beat it, Life Extra. So, you're like, yeah, all right, I'll see you in a fucking Tarantino movie in the background.
So, what tickled me about Universal Studios that I wanted to talk about so bad was when we walked in, I was right away when I went in, and I was warned, sort of. I shouldn't say warned as we were, because it was nothing violent, just prior notice I was given. It goes, it gets pretty Mexican at night there, but that's when you got to go for Halloween Horror Nights. So we went.
You mean like Los Angeles and like L.A. Mexican?
Like Cholo Mexican.
Cholo Mexican.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
So
like
I'm saying,
inland Mexican.
so dude, thinking about
East L.A.
Yeah.
So, dude, thinking about that, I
of
started
my life.
and again, me and Christine being in like a pretty vicious argument.
Yeah.
I started laughing inside, and she was even like, "What? What are you laughing at?" And I'm like, "It's nothing." I go, "It's just like stuff to talk about on a bonfire." Because I literally go, when I walk in, just these guys are a lot of machismo if you're walking around, but it's a thing based on people going like, and they so you see him goes, "Oh, hey, Saul, I don't fucking care,
dude. That's
I don't
so
fucking
great.
care, Saul."
That's so great.
But
That's
it didn't
so
happen.
great.
It just like I'm saying, like, but it did happen.
Yeah, but they're in a Top Dog shirt. And
I mean, yeah.
Hey, what's it, pinche pendejo? Why you fucking running up on me, man?
Oh, the sunglasses, the
long socks.
Yeah, the sunglasses behind their neck. You know what I mean? 'Cause it's nighttime, but it's like, but, you know, it's like, whoa, hey, the fucker came out of nowhere. He's got a fucking pig in on it.
Hey, fuck you, Wolfman. I ain't scared of you, punta. Fuck you. Hey, me and my girl. Oh, man, I'll give my homeboys who'll come back here and ruin all you and the Monster Squad.
Hey, little fucking jigsaw.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
I fucking hate twins.
Fucking chick. I don't know.
My abuela says that she had twins and then they died, but I don't fucking trust that shit, man. Fuck you,
I fucking love it. Hey, Shining. Oh, hey.
Oh, really?
Jack Nicholson, eh?
Oh, fucking
I see you at the fucking liquor schemes.
Yo, bro, you might be an American Horror Story, but I'm a Chicano Horror Story, bro. I got Little Joker, I got Sleepy, I got fucking Big Time, Little Time. I'm gonna fuck you up, Izzy.
It's just the Ash versus Evil. It's just nothing.
But it is great to see people jump out of tough guys like that, because it's like,
yeah, but I just wish they were the attractions were more, so to even like be scarier,
yeah.
to have it like these.
I love haunted houses.
I don't love haunted houses, but I'll say much better fear factor and scariness.
Yeah.
So I've gone up to and by the way, even when they asked to go to this, still I'm like, nah, it was fine. But there's a haunted hayride / haunted maze and 2 houses.
Awesome.
Up in Sleepy Hollow, New York.
Okay.
But I'm saying it makes me appreciate the Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah.
For how shitty Universal was. But
What
man,
if
I'll
we
tell you
did-
what, but Sleepy Hollow definitely has no guys wearing one button at the top of flannel shirts.
Oh.
And dude, and everyone's chick was short, weirdly stocky, the girlfriends, but still wearing like half tops. But
yeah.
But even the half top, they weren't like roly poly. They're just like built like
They're all
barrels.
built like, yeah.
They're like smooth. You know what I'm saying? They're smooth. They're not doughy. So it almost like when they walk in, you're like, does this chick have like a great butt? Because she's like, she doesn't look like she's like, she doesn't have a belly coming over her skirt.
Tony?
It's all straight and flat, but it's
I
flat
love it.
and
Short and
big.
stocky. Short and stocky.
They're built like the Tasmanian devils.
He goes, hey, what's up, man? You touched my girl.
Hey, you touching my girl? I don't care if you're Jason Voorhees.
I don't care. Freddy Krueger, get out of here.
By the way, was that when you went through like the Nightmare on Elm Street part of it? There was like 18 Freddy Kruegers.
You go, which one of you is really Freddy Krueger? I'm Frederick Krueger.
I don't know, man. Maybe you just gotta buy into it. I just didn't.
Maybe we
get
should
it,
do
man.
mushrooms.
I didn't
and go to a
fucking
haunted
get-
house.
Absolutely, but a good haunted. I'll tell you what. I just think they were not good haunted houses.
I mean, that woman is.
No, that's a bad.
Thick in the right
that's a
way.
bad example. That's like thick because they're calling that picture thick. 'Cause it's big old titties. Just say like, no, these girls
Big
are,
old titties.
I mean, like, yeah, you know what? Hang on, the girl with the gray pants and the thing up there, like that. That's more what I mean. Like, you see what I'm saying? There's nothing. She's not.
Yeah,
her
bro.
arms are too big, but I'm saying like
Yeah,
the middle of
bro.
her body. If she wore a half top and like low like jeans, it's not, her gut's not coming over her pants. It's all just.
I like them compact.
It's a fucking barrel. It's like someone just shoved air up her ass. And
Yeah,
just fucking
bro.
started pumping it.
I called them like 3rd and 1s, bro.
Yeah, the 3rd and 1s. That's great.
When you need them yards, bro.
Those line busters, eh?
Yeah, bro. She built like Craig Hayward. Ironhead.
Oh, those are some good bodies. I like those. Most of those I'm.
Turns out Jay's into Mexican chicks.
Oh, there was a bunch of girls that night that I thought were fucking really hot, but I'll tell you what, you could see where it just goes bad one day.
Yeah, they have the shelf life of running
And then
backs.
they're just wearing the thing where it's like the one shoulder like thing where they're just always sad and sitting in a lawn chair.
Wow.
Is that Queen Latifah?
I don't know.
Queen Latifah thick than a motherfucker.
Yeah, haunted houses are only as good as the company you're in. Like, and I did one. Last one I did
is true.
was
Me and Christine were not good company for haunted house, so it's really just like by the 13th Michael Myers, like walking out with an axe, you just kind of like fuck off, Isaac. Whatever the fuck your name is.
I've got you. Michael Myers doesn't talk. You fucking idiot. He goes, sorry.
Slash.
Stab. I am SAG eligible.
We did see the Jabbawockeez. That was fun.
The Jabbawockeez dance. I'll be honest with you again, and in this. Full disclosure here, as Bert Kreischer would call it, secret time. And when I watched the Jabbawockeez do it, a lot of the stuff that I liked that they did in my head, I'm like, I could probably just do.
Oh, bring up the Jabbawockeez.
I'm not talking about kip ups or anything like that. I'm just saying I think I could.
You didn't think
fucking do it?
Did you think Mirror Image?
By the way, while you bring this up, I want to tell you because there's no reason to recap. Me. Louis J. Gomez and Dave Smith did Bert Kreischer's Bertcast together with Sal Volcano.
Great.
In my most nervous, and I was very nervous doing Conan, in my most nervous, because we did that the night before.
Yeah.
My most nervous that day, I thought about the fact the night before Bert Kreischer hammered on his podcast, as we all were. He goes, well, not Louis. He goes, I think black girls are really attractive, but my friend... is engaged to a black girl now, and it's like, could you imagine that, like, all day, every day, 24/7 with a black person? And just start doing his laugh, and even Alicia Skanks were like, what? With a black person? What? I thought he was saying a black girl, like your black girlfriend, just spending all day, every day with a black person. Right. Just blew his mind. It was the most adorable. He didn't mean it in any racist way. It's just a fucking adorable, funny thing.
Oh, is this the dance you saw at the Bonfire SXM on Twitter, Instagram?
Oh, there's the full show. Go a little further. I'll tell you exactly where I tell you I'm in. Keep going. It's when a couple of them are up top. Now this is the very end. Go back. We'll get this. Damn it.
Anywhere in the show.
Oh, by the way, also they have to put in at one point. They grab a girl, throw a dart, you're going to be a Mexican girl, and then they do this every single time. I said this, it wasn't just this show. Everything they always do, like Hispanic music. The Jabbawockeez have to, at Universal Studios, America's Universal Studios, the Jabbawockeez have to make concessions like a fucking street sign in Brooklyn. Has to be in fucking Spanish.
Catch my breath. All right, you got it? Yeah. Kick it.
I'll tell you what. Keep going, but go backwards more.
Oh, but you can see how this gets everyone ramped up.
Oh, yeah. Nice and ramped up. There was a fucking gay Asian dude and two Asian dudes in the front row who were about 6 people over from me, and whenever they would hit, like, sexy moves, they were all like, damn, yeah! Like, I'm so confident, these fucking... Asian gay dudes.
Hey,
so confident.
They have so much fun.
I swear to God, gay dudes forget they're dudes, and it's just as much danger as anybody else. They're always like, well, they're going to let the women and children out first, right?
Do you, is this the moves you think you can do?
100% I can do these moves. But I don't even, this isn't even my thing. There's one part where the red hat guy's up on the podium, and they're doing some sexy dance, and I'm like, I can nail this. Easy.
I mean,
no
you say
props.
we're going to have to do a night of choreography with Big J, because you said there's a lot of dance moves that you can nail.
I don't know why. I think I've just got some kind of
You just think you got the gift? You just think you can bring that sexiness on?
Do you want to come take my pop dance class at Crunch?
Yeah!
Your what?
My pop dance class I take at Crunch.
I don't do pop.
Well, yeah, you do.
I'm jazz tap.
No, that's a Jabberwocky. I want to come watch.
You want to do lyrical?
No, I want to do straight up Jabberwocky dancing.
Oh, dude, a Jabberwocky class?
Yeah.
That's the place right by our house.
Jabberwocky dancing?
Yeah, it's like right down on like Houston and 2nd.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
so I go in there and say, I want to be a Jabberwocky.
Yeah.
No, you go in there and I go in there and I go, I want you to choreograph a dance for the Legion of Skanks. Louis J. Gomez,
that
and
should
Dave
absolutely
Smith.
happen.
If that doesn't happen,
Dave nails it. We find out he was a hip hop dancer.
He's just like, oh yeah, I grew up in Brooklyn. Louis is just stumbling through while Jay's just nailing some of the smoother moves. Louis is like, this is stupid. I mean,
Christine, go slightly ahead on this. I want find the part that I'm talking
Can I be
about.
your Wade Robbins? Who's that guy?
I'll tell you.
Wade. Who was the dance guy with the blonde hair in the 90s?
Wade Robson?
Wade Robson. Can I be your
Was
Wade?
that him, right? Was that him,
Yeah.
Wade Robson?
Can I be your Wade Robson for
it's
Legion of
this
Skanks?
dance up here. Yeah. Whenever they get up there, I'm telling you, by tomorrow I can nail this.
I want to watch this before we leave.
I don't know what the big appeal is. These guys kind of suck, no? Like, what's good about this?
I'll tell you what's good. When you see me doing this dance tomorrow.
You can do this.
Well,
in the red hat.
That's. Where am I at? Hang on. I don't know. I'm going to get. You'll see. You'll see when it comes up. I'll tell you where I can. This is all, to me, I don't think this is crazy, this stupid robot dancing.
Right. I'd rather see you do the new edition.
Here we go. Boom. Yeah.
All right, so.
I think I got all this shit.
I don't think you got it to here.
Come on.
Right there.
Yeah.
I don't think you got this.
It's their sexy dance.
There's nothing.
Right? It starts right here.
I don't know. Does it?
Right here.
Ooh. Bass crack.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's when he stands up. From here.
I'm a straight homeboy.
Right here.
Yeah.
It's fun when they go into the hip hoppy stuff.
Yeah, see, that's why I said it's too much of the robot dancing. I said it felt like male cheerleading after a while, but they're talented as shit for sure.
Male cheerleader's great because they really get you on board at first.
And by the way, wait, go back a second. That too, right there, where they do this. It's pretty neat what they do with their feet.
No, it's too far back.
Yeah, this is a fucking Blue Man Group, isn't it?
Yeah.
Except for there's a lot of them.
I remember America when it used to be a Blue Man Group.
Right here. The Blue Man Group doesn't dance.
Well, they should.
I think that's pretty
So
neat.
they can pick up those moves.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were there. Honest to God, except for the mummy ride and like the rides, the 3 rides, the Jabbawockeez were maybe the best part of the whole thing.
You're the best part.
They were great.
What about
You're the best part of the whole thing?
You're the best.
I wonder if we weren't fighting if we would have been like, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hey, Ash versus Evil Dead.
Yeah.
I don't care. Hey, my uncle had a chainsaw arm too.
Hey, Jabbawockeez, let me talk to you after the show, Holmes. You're dancing with my group. Close. Hey, quick question. How did you and all your homeboys learn the same dance?
Hey, why do you and all your friends have the same face? Oh shit, that's fucking masks.
Oh, yo, you're scarier than the haunted house, bro. Y'all are people under them white faces. I thought you were just white boys with soul.
It's good to be back. It's good
great to be back. We have a whole week back this week, buddy.
Whole week.
So many things we didn't get to. So many fun things to talk about.
So many activities.
Marilyn Manson had his whole set fall on top of him.
We didn't even talk about that.
We didn't even sort of get into that.
But we will get into that. I think we're going to do a longer version of that on the Lost Tapes episode.
Yeah,
so boy. Talk about Marilyn Manson feuding with a Bonfire regular.
Ooh, a Bonfire reg. Topic reg for sure. Jacob had to leave, so on behalf of him, who says, fuck Tom Petty, the rest of us say, Tom Petty, we hope you're okay.
And everyone in Vegas, we hope you're all right.
Thoughts and prayers to everyone who's going through any kind of shit right now. So many, we haven't been on the air for so much, the fucking hurricanes and everything.
Puerto Rico.
We donated all
Virgin
the money.
Islands.
We donated all the money to Puerto Rico.
That's awesome.
Relief with the show. All of our door money for the show.
We also tweeted out, Soder, you had retweeted earlier from the Las Vegas Police Department. There are ways to help. So if you go at the Bonfire SXM on Twitter, you'll see those links.
Yeah. Big J. Oakerson going to be in Columbus.
Raleigh this weekend. Yeah.
Charlie Goodnights. He's going to be at Goodnights in Raleigh, North Carolina this Thursday, October 5th through Saturday, October 7th. Then he's going to be at the Funny Bone in Columbus, Ohio, October 19th through the 21st. Go to bigjcomedy.com for tickets.
And, of course, Dan Soder is going to be at the American Comedy Company in San Diego. Lucky for them, they got rid of those Chargers. Bums. But he's going to be there in San Diego. Forget the Chargers. Dan Soder's in town. This Thursday, October 5th through Saturday, October 7th. After that, he's going to be at Laughs Boston, October 19th through October 21st. Get your tickets at dansoder.com. And his new half-hour special as part of the stand-ups is available right now on Netflix. Make sure you follow us at The Bonfire, SXM, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Dan Soder, I've missed you so much. I still haven't had enough of you yet. I haven't had enough of you yet today.
We'll get some more of it tomorrow.
I can't quit you. All right, I'll come back tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Crackle, crackle.
Love you guys.